today we have another special guest coming to us all the way from my great state of Michigan. But before we get to him, let's go ahead and roll the intro. Get it? See what I did there? Roll the intro. Welcome to Wheelchair Wednesday. All right, y'all, let's all welcome Mr. Joshua Nummerdor. What's up, my friend?
Yo, what's going on, buddy? Go blue, brother.
Go blue, man. How about these scandals surrounding our team, huh? That's pretty crazy,
Oh my gosh, dude. I almost seen it coming, man. I don't know.
I did too. I got to be honest. I seen it coming too. As soon as that whole Jim Harbaugh thing and the calling plays thing, I'm like, oh, man. Like, something's going to happen. We're going to go down in a ball of fire somewhere.
Yeah, because he was attached to Harbaugh, you know?
Yeah. Now they're trying to say they're talking to each other and all this and that, and who knows.
Yeah,
but
it's still pretty unbelievable, you know?
It's a dirty business.
But it's your team, man.
Yeah, what happened to the team? To him, it was a side chick, man, and she screwed your whole life. Apparently, he didn't watch the Cat Williams and what's his name podcast where he was like, bro, he's like, these little women will take your life and shred it apart, and look what they did. Sure did. That was funny. They
do it, man. It's very simple for them, huh?
Some of them, apparently.
Yeah, man.
Welcome to the show, Josh. I know that technically you're filling in today. Appreciate you. Last minute, kind of, sort of getting in there. We've been wanting to get you in.
Yeah, I mean, I've been, I don't even know now. It's probably been a good year or two.
Right.
That I've been following you guys. Your cool videos and live videos. Yeah. So. Yeah,
I tried to, man. The whole reason this started was. Well, pretty much out of boredom, for one, but for two, when I was in the hospital, I looked at YouTube, man, try to find out, advice.
What was going on,
yeah, and then there wasn't that many people, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to start talking to as many people as I can and get their opinion on how they do their day-to-day stuff, and I'm going to share it with everybody.
Yeah,
and here we are.
I mean, that's all we can do is use our voice,
Right, you got it. Before we get into all the good stuff, why don't you go ahead and tell people who you are and how you came in the chair?
Yeah, so actually it's been a decade. So September 2nd, it was Labor Day week. I just got out of work. I was working midnight shift, so working 12-hour shifts 3 days a week. I'm night shift at the U of M hospital. I just got my dream job, that I was praying for like, dude, I don't even know. I applied there like for 7 years straight.
Dude, U of M Hospital is a pretty good place to work. That's big money right there. You're making decent money.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't about the money necessarily. It was just about the location and just being a hospital because I worked, in nursing homes for like 9 years, and it's like, it's so bad at those places, man. They don't have enough help.
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine.
They got no help there. So, at U of M, dude, there's like 30,000 employees,
Oh, yeah.
So, but anyway, yeah, I'm up in the break room. My cousin, because she was working there too at the cardiovascular center, and she was working nights as well. So we got to, hang out on our lunch breaks. So I look at my schedule for the next couple weeks, and I'm like, no way. I'm like, why would they give me 8 days off and put me on for 5 days straight? I'm like, that's kind of cool, I'm like, I didn't even ask for it. And literally on that Wednesday morning, I got home and, I slept for a little bit, and then I went out on the lake. My parents live in Pinckney, Michigan, on the chain of lakes. There's 8 different lakes and stuff, and we literally just moved there in like October 2012, and so then 2015 comes around, and yeah, I had this full day of activities on the lake, man, and just I took the speedboat out, and then I went kayaking, and I went kayaking for like I don't even know 3-4 hours,
Right.
And who wants to be on a kayak for 4 hours, honestly?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's
I mean,
two,
unless you're
three
unless you're
hours
fit,
is just plenty enough for me.
yeah, being on the water in general.
Right.
So like it was like I don't know, like 2 o'clock is when I first went on the lake, and then we got back kayaking, and it was already like almost 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, because we were waiting for my cousin I work with, friend, to get off work to take the pontoon boat out later, and it got to be too late, and we're like, okay, so we hooked the kayaks up to the pontoon boat, and we're going down. We're about to accelerate, and both of them flipped over. So like, so then we had to, go real slow. So I'm like, screw it, let me just go ride the kayak. You know what I mean? And have a beer too. And, have a nice little ride back home. And it took like seriously an hour, and we were just like one lake away.
Dang.
So yeah, we get back, and they both went into my house and stuff, and my mom was gonna come out on the pontoon boat, but it got too late. Um, and so I went to the garage, grabbed a 24 pack, my dad's Bud Light and shit, and I just went straight back to the pontoon boat and waited for them to come out there. And so I mean, it was pitch dark, dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so yeah, I mean, we went out there for about 45 minutes, and just one lake over from my parents, and they have like a huge sandbar where everyone likes to anchor in during the summertime. And I think we drifted in maybe twice, and I know we drove back out a little bit, but we didn't go too far from shore, man. I was on the bow. We were playing beer pong for like half hour, 40 minutes, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna take one last little dive in, and I'll just get wet, and bam! It was like I stood up for 5 seconds, and it was like the Titanic all over again, man. It
Oh,
was like,
dang.
yeah, it was like at the very end of the movie, where they can't talk,
Mm-hmm.
and I yelled for help like twice, and then all of a sudden I just fell right over, and I'm like spinning in the water, you know,
Oh, gosh.
and so it was like. Honestly, I don't know the exact time I was in the water, but luckily, the boat was not too far away, and I'm sure they seen where I was when I fell, because they would have been searching.
Right.
And so they picked me right up out of the water, and oh man, I already knew like something, it was bad, you know what I mean? And I thought when they called, 911, they were gonna air flight me to the hospital, but no, they came in an ambulance.
Oh, dang.
But yeah, no, I was like, damn, this might be my first time in a helicopter or whatever.
Damn, you skipped out on that one. They were like, nope, not today.
No, so yeah, that's it, man. And I was in the hospital for about 3 months and doing PT, strong OT too, and I didn't really care for OT. I mean, my fingers aren't too bad. I mean, I can't necessarily grip very well, but they didn't get all like bent out of shape.
Right.
So my fingers are okay. I mean, I can grab a nice 12-ounce bottle of beer.
Right.
But the cans are a little bit slipperier.
Oh, I can
But
imagine.
yeah.
What's your biggest pet peeve about being in the chair?
Uh, Honestly, it's just repetitiveness. Like you can't really. I mean, you can definitely change, what you're doing, and but sometimes I feel like it's just repetitive all day, But you just got to find something to do, And I'm honestly thinking about just working here pretty soon, man. Like trying to find something I like. It's been 10 years, obviously, so but it's like I have a lot of sensation, so I can feel everything. I move around a lot, fidget a lot.
I mean, nowadays they got tons of jobs. You ain't even got to leave home. You can stay at
Yeah,
home and do something. You know what I mean?
I know, but it's like I really want to just get out.
I feel you.
You
The only
know.
reason I'm able to still do my job is because that's part of what my job entails. Is yeah, I still gotta get on the phone and sell some advertising during the day, whatever. But like once the phone part's done, then I actually get to go out in public and pick stuff up, drop stuff off. Makes it a little funner. Um, Let me ask you this: what is something that you wish you could do that you can no longer do?
Well, I was a avid athlete, so pretty much just do my normal, play with all my buddies and stuff for hockey, and then I always thought I was gonna grow to my 70s and 80s and whack the golf ball about 100 times.
Right.
But you know what I mean. But that's about it. I mean, I got a lot of accessories here that I look at every day. I got like
Right.
all these jerseys on my wall. I got 3 TVs, dude. Um, like during the weekends and stuff, I got 3 different games on, for
I'm with you about the
football.
golf, though, man. I used to play golf myself. I used to enjoy it. It used to be fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst of anything. Most people think it is, but it's like you do bad for 5 holes and then you get a par and you're like, sweet, I'm happy I came. you know?
Or like me, it was just an excuse to go out and have a couple drinks and chill with the dudes. And by the time you got to the 10th hole,
Yeah.
there ain't no way in hell you're winning that game. But you're
No,
just happy
man.
that you're out. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, I'm just gonna see how far I can hit it. That
Yeah,
was me
right.
anyway. I suck at golfing. I enjoyed it though.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's always a couple guys that aren't the best at it that you golf with, but they're just so happy to be out there.
Right.
You
Uh,
know.
what about dating / married? How's that going for you?
Let's see. This year coming up in June, it'll be 7 years of marriage, man. Um,
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
yeah, yeah, man. I'm more blessed than you think. It's like I got a house. And I'm up here in Lansing, so I'm in the center of Michigan, uh, right on the west side of the city. So literally, we could get to the Capitol in about 5 minutes. Um, and it's pretty cool downtown. I don't know if you've ever been downtown,
Oh yeah,
but
I've been there a few times.
I mean, I wish there was more high risers. Make it look a little bit bigger, and I wish there was something other than the lug nuts.
Yeah, Detroit's a
you
way
know,
bigger city.
I know
Um,
they got a game tonight, and I'm like, man, babe, this is why I wish we were like 20 minutes away from Detroit. You can just drop me off, and I'll go watch the game. You don't even gotta come no more.
right. Um, Speaking of games and all that stuff, what do you do for hobbies? What's your hobbies?
Uh, well, I'm sure you've heard of like people, you know, recreating all those like old video games and like putting them onto one hard drive so you can have like 500 of them on one little hard drive.
Oh yeah.
Well, I went on Marketplace about a month ago and it like popped up out of nowhere. It was all Michigan. It said Michigan Wolverines, and then on the bottom it had all the Detroit symbols. And I'm like, dang, what is this? So I looked into it. This guy in Detroit, he's been doing it for like 11 years, and so like I've been wanting to get, like Mortal Kombat, all the retro games, for arcade to put it in my house and stuff.
Right.
And I come across this, and it's like, dude, you're gonna change my life, man. You're gonna be a life changer, dude. Sure enough, my routine before about a month ago, dude, was I'd lay in bed for about 16 hours, and then I would stand up at my bar that I'm at right now. I'm actually in my chair with the elevation like all the way up because my computer is way up. So when I stand, I usually, just show on my computer, do some things,
Right.
Excel spreadsheets and stuff. I like to do stuff like that with numbers. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like I should just work for like an accountant or something.
Hey, you never know. You might like it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is I never thought I would like numbers, to be honest. But it's like nowadays, it's like I smoke weed and I can, bam, I can nail it every time. Like
Right.
it might take me like 5 seconds, but I don't need a calculator necessarily all the time either.
Right. Let me ask you this question: what type of chair do you got?
Right now I got the newest and greatest power chair. The what's it called? What are some name brands?
Is it a Permobile?
No, not a Permobil. I wish
Quickie?
it would tell me. I wish it'd tell me right on my thing, but it doesn't.
Oh, your power bank? No, it doesn't.
No.
That's what's crazy about it.
It's not an Invacare either. It's shoot. It's really popular, man. But
It's got the elevation and all that stuff. Does it stand you up?
no, not this one.
You got a name for it?
No, I haven't named it yet, but it is kind of like a nice gold-ish yellow for go blue. So I don't know. I that's a good point. I should probably name it.
Yeah, I think every good chair has got to have a name.
Yeah, what do you think would be good for yellow?
Oh, don't ask me, man. I suck at names. It's funny, mine that I named Johnny number 5 for the longest, but now that I'm getting ready, I think to get a Permobile F5, I'm going to have to name that one Johnny number 5, and this one's going to have to be named Johnny number 3 because it's an F3. So,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. That's just because I like that movie, man, that Short Circuit movie back in 1986. That was a good one. You ever see it? Yeah, it was a good one. About a robot that comes to life. He gets hit with electricity.
Oh wow.
Yep, it's like an assault robot. So he's got like lasers and missiles and stuff on him. It's fun.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
It's called Short Circuit.
Short Circuit.
Yep.
Where can you find that at? YouTube or?
Oh shit! Good luck, man. I had to buy it. I bought it from the Microsoft store, but it's on Prime. I'm sure you can rent it from Prime. There's a 1 and a 2 too. It's got a sequel.
Did you see the second one too?
Oh yeah. Yep. Los Locos, man. That's when he joins the Mexican gang called Los Locos.
Yeah.
And he's like, Los Locos, kick your ass. It's hilarious. It's fun.
Hey, I just seen today actually. There's my wife actually sent it to me. There's a wheelchair basketball video game coming out, dude.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that nuts?
I wonder why it took them so long. They should have been coming out with that a long ass time ago.
I know, man. What the hell were they thinking?
I call the ADA board on EA Sports, sons of bitches.
It's like I don't think I've ever seen a whirly ball video game. Have you?
Nope. I don't even know what the hell that is, to be honest with you.
You're in almost like a little bumper car, a little bit bigger, and you bump around these, the court, try to get to the other side, and you got to use a little racket.
Oh, okay.
where you scoop the ball in.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Boom, you got to throw it.
Yep, I've
Some
seen
people are
that.
pretty good at it, but
Right.
I was pretty bad at it.
Let me ask this question. Would you go back? And by that I mean if you go back and change what happened to you that day, but you would have to live your life from that moment on without the knowledge that you currently have. Would you go with that life then, or would you stay where you're at?
Oh man, I honestly, I dude, since the day it happened, I'm very um conservative, and I go by the books. I go by Jesus. Like he's my savior, man. And I know my cousin may have pulled me out of the water, but I did ask him one simple question, and this was this. And I said, "Do you want me to come back up and out of this water to preach your gospel, and or do you want me to come to you now?" Is what I said. And all of a sudden, whoosh! It was like I got rebaptized, dude. And because like 2014, I was going to this church in Brighton called 242, and I was never into church, man. My parents went to church, as when they were younger and stuff. My mom was at a Catholic school, and my dad was Lutheran. But my dad's like, I am not going to any Catholic church whatsoever. So they ended up kind of like going into the middle, and they became Lutherans. And so I mean they brought me to church when I was young, but then when I started playing hockey at age 7, all my practices and stuff were on Sundays. So
All right.
I didn't go to church, until my 20s. And yeah, sure enough, I got baptized 2014 in September, like a week. It'd be like almost like a week before my accident actually happened. So it was like the same month. And so, yeah, anyhow. But, another crazy thing was my wife, her birthday's on the same day as my accident. So we actually go out and celebrate both of our birthday, my new birthday and her birthday. Well, we're never home. We always go somewhere.
All right.
We go to a hotel or something and stay somewhere and do something crazy. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, I call it my alive day. Because you have a
Yeah.
birthday, then you have an alive day, which is the day that you could have died, but you're alive. Yay.
Right.
And I don't know. I think everybody has their ways to look at it, which, you know what I mean? I kind of feel like you do. I feel like the reason that I was saved was to give people hope and like maybe talk to people about like what we're doing. Just about stuff to give a broader reach, maybe a broader eye on being in a wheelchair, man, being paralyzed. This shit ain't for the weak. Or not even being
Yeah.
paralyzed. Or like the last girl, Allie, we just talked to, with her neuropathy. I forget what it's called. It's like DNE or neuropathy or something like that, where it's she's got like all kinds of stuff going on. But you never know. There's a lot of people going through a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, that nerve pain is brutal, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a good way to look at it. Let's see. I got time for. Let's do 2 more questions for you. What was the thing that helped you the most from when you like got injured? Like that helped. Like when you're in the hospital and you're like, kind of like getting used to everything. What kind of helped you the most? Kind of get used to your new life.
Honestly, it was the people that cared about me. My dad, he was there at the hospital after work every single day, and eventually, I didn't wait for him to come to me. I met him down at the cafeteria. We had Subway, we ate pizza. We got to bond. And honestly, like growing up as a kid, I didn't like to be home, man. I was never home. I'd come home at 2 in the morning, or if I was home, I was in my room playing video games. So it's like
Nice.
my, my parents, they're still married, and I'm sure I'm the only reason. Honestly, they are still together because whenever they fight, I just tell them to grow up. And I like all my life, man. They just fought, and I'm like, I don't know how you guys are still together, but
Some people, that's
so
how they talk, man. I got a family that I call my mom, you know what I mean, and pops or whatever. It's like my hood
yeah,
mom, I call her. They argue a lot, but at the end of the day, yeah, I'm sure they love each other, But then
yeah,
again,
oh
at the
yeah,
end, they don't want to. They don't want to call it quits and go do their own thing. I guess maybe now they've been in it for too long. Who knows? But some people, that's how they get along. I guess I don't know.
yeah. Well, and then another thing that really helped me was yeah, just like certain people that came up to see me once in a while, and it really made me, realize like if I wasn't here, like who would really care? It's like
Right.
life is a memory, dude, and life, like, I mean, honestly, I got a standing frame probably within a month or something because this guy named Rocky in like Melvindale area, I think. He could only use his mouth, dude, to do anything. And he was playing Xbox. I went over there to see him. Went in his basement. They had an elevator to get down there and stuff. And um, I was like, wow, like he's worse off than I am. So, you can't. You just you don't know what or where you're gonna be in life. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
like,
Right. Well, that being said, it kind of rolls into my last question for you. Um, if you had to give a piece of advice to a newly injured person, what would it be?
this is what I mean, would say is like look at it as God wants you to do, something different, and honestly, the different is going to make you a better person. And I mean, that's how I am, like I changed with an instant, once I realized like everyone's life is a book, you turn the page, something's going to happen. You turn the page, something's going to happen, and then you finally get through that chapter and then it's something else is going to happen in your life. You know what I mean? So it's like my sister, for example, been married for like 5 years with the guy for 13 years. He basically paid for everything that she wanted. You know what I mean? And she didn't work once, and they just split up. And they're in their 40s, and I'm getting up there. I'm 38. I just had a birthday on the 13th, so um,
Happy late birthday.
thanks, man. But yeah, I mean, it's like you don't know where your life's gonna go, and when 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 you want to think about where you're at because of what happened, it's for a reason, and
Right.
you know, we me and you, man, like we're you know we're helping people out, by reaching out, like you reaching out to me, like yeah, I could have been doing something different today, but I feel like it was like today was meant to be, so.
Right. It's a good way to look at it.
uh,
Yeah.
it's a good way of looking at it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and then hopefully, like our little interview that we did might help more and more people. Hopefully, that's the goal.
yeah, I mean, you can be sad and depressed, and you will have that feeling, but don't look at it as a bad thing. Like for example, my wife's two cousins that are not even, they're probably I think they're in their mid 40s. One is basically not going to be here much longer. she had like a cancer in her bladder or something, and then yeah. So I mean, you just don't know.
Right.
So
Yep.
when your last day is,
You
so
heard it,
just live it
folks.
out.
Yeah. You gotta don't take life for granted.
Amen,
Yeah.
brother.
Amen. All right, Josh. Well, I'll tell you what. Hold on with me real quick. Everybody else, thanks for joining. Make sure to go check Josh out on his socials. We're going to put that on here later on this afternoon or evening. And then stick with us until next time. Next Wheelchair Wednesday. See ya.
Peace.